And welcome to Cage Chronicles, here with Kevin and James. How we doing, guys?
G'day, mates. I'm doing good.
G'day, mate.
Nice. Good,
Thank
good, good. So you're scared of gremlins, eh?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a real scary movie person, and so when I was little, I watched Gremlins. Well, I wasn't allowed to watch like any scary movies, but then when I did watch Gremlins, man, I used to just nightmares all the time about Gremlins. Like, not Gremlins and Jurassic Park. I think I've spoken about this before, like the T-Rex coming in the backyard and eating the dog in the backyard of the house. Oh, I used to have nightmares about that.
Yeah.
All the time.
How old
T-Rex
are you?
in my backyard. Like, I think I was like 18. But
No, seriously.
Jurassic. I was in high school, so
in high
like
school, you get-
Jurassic Park, Gremlins, and Deep Impact. I used to wake up in like sweats, thinking that a tidal wave had come and like wiped out like everything. And
I used to have nightmares about tsunamis. I don't know what that means.
yeah, I used to be like floating in my room in my nightmares.
Oh, you had a waterbed, didn't you?
No, I didn't. It was after my
I've never
nightmares.
seen any of those movies, I don't think. I haven't seen
Have you
Gremlins.
ever watched a horror movie before?
No. Oh, no, I have.
Never watched a
Sorry.
horror
No, sorry. I have watched horror
You
movies.
don't watch them, really?
I don't like them, and I will not
Because
like.
it scares you. I'm just asking.
It's not like I don't enjoy it. Like, does that make sense?
Does it not enjoy like getting the jumps and like...
Do you enjoy like? I'm just like someone splashing ice water in your face.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh yeah, no, but no, I can't feel like that. I'm just saying like, if you don't like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want to
No, I
go
want
watch a
that sort
horror
of like
movie.
that little jumps. And
No,
like,
I don't get the point of that, man. Like, it's like, nah. Like, why would you pay? Why would you pay to go sit down and you know that they're trying to scare you, and then they just do
it's funny.
something really freaky, and then everyone just goes, and then you're leaving the place and it's dark, and you're like checking around the corners and going to bed, and I'm like, I don't want to have that.
So what's
I want
the
to go
worst horror movie you've seen?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Probably, it's really hard. Maybe Conjuring.
Oh, it's pretty
Maybe
bad.
Conjuring.
Yeah,
I think some
yeah.
of them, I've seen some and I've been like, the state of that. Do you remember It?
Yes.
That wasn't
The
even-
original one? Or the new one?
Oh, I don't know. No, don't think it was original.
Oh, the new one, yeah.
I think it was probably a new one. I saw
Yeah,
that,
it's-
and for me,
it's good.
that was like just interesting. But I also find them really like they're so like you can tell exactly what's gonna happen. Do you want to go silent? Like it's jump scare every time. It'll go silent, and like everyone's like, and it's like just clearly gonna be a jump scare, and you know it's gonna happen as well, and then it happens, and you still go
Yeah.
So I just find that like pointless. Yeah, I'd rather watch like a comedy or something, or I'd watch like a feel good movie or action. I don't mind action.
Action, comedy, romance.
Superheroes is where it's at though. Superhero movies. Like,
Oh,
are you a fan of Marvel?
Yeah, but they're all getting it's all in the metaverse now and the timelines, like every single one of them at the moment.
Okay.
And I'm like, because I watch it with the girls, and we're all just confused. And they're like,
Yeah,
what's happening? I'm like, oh, well, that time's crossed with that time, but it's like come across here. And then they're like, but what about him? I'm like, well, he's from a different time.
Yeah.
And it's the metaverse. And then I'm like, every single
over the
movie
place,
now,
isn't it?
it's just too
It
like.
is confusing time travel, isn't it, Robin?
No comment.
She gets so confused with time travel.
All right.
Any time traveling movie, she's watching it, she goes, I don't understand what's going on.
Have you not seen
Why
Back
is
to
she
the
there?"
Future?
Oh, that's fine, but like,
Yeah, that's
There you go. Bro.
that Back to the Future's fine, but like, yeah, the ones these days, like you watch like Ant-Man, and then they go into like the metaverse or whatever, or the
it's not.
the multiverse. Sorry, not the multiverse. Yeah, and then it's just like,
What about are you gonna watch the new Deadpool?
Yeah.
I reckon that'll
definitely.
look good. Yeah, with Wolverine and
yeah.
what's up?
It'd be
That'll be
good.
good.
I love Wolverine. Logan. Have you ever
Yes.
seen Logan?
Yeah, I have seen
Oh,
Logan.
that was so
So
good.
that compared to a horror movie,
Oh, so good. Yeah, I'm an
if you're gonna
action
pick, if you're like,
Different.
no, but
depends
if you had to pick one,
action.
I like both.
if you had to pick one for the rest of your life,
I wouldn't.
there you go. See? There you go.
Action.
Anyway, okay. So what's been happening, guys? So you had a bit of a competition and did pretty well. Should we talk about that first?
Yeah, so we had SGT 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks ago, I think we had 11 people competing. We would have had more, except for a couple of people missed the deadline. One of the boys, shout out to Greg. I've gotta call him out here because I've given him props on the podcast before. We know because he had his white belt comp. So
really, really well.
I've given him props. So now he said to me the other day, he's like, this is just a couple of days ago. He's like, I'm going to book some PTs in, James. And I was like, yeah, cool. I was like, maybe the first one, what we can do, we just sit down, we'll get the laptop open, we'll open Smooth Comp, and I'll show you how to enter into a comp at the right weight class. And then he said, maybe we could start at my house and step on the scales first and show me how to read them. Yeah. So he signed up for 10 kilos lighter. Yeah.
Didn't he sign for 65?
64 kilos, 64. Yeah.
But he wasn't trying to lose weight. He just thought he was 65
kilos. In his head, for some reason, he was just... And he even messaged me his brackets, and I went, 64. And I went, geez, is he that light? So I messaged him back. I said, how much do you weigh? Yeah. And then he goes, 64 kilos on the dot. And I went, I'm driving around like thinking, how light is... I didn't realise he was that light.
And then I'm overweight.
He rocked up on the day and he was like, James, I just weighed in and I weighed 64 kilos and I'm meant to be in the 74. He goes, I weighed 74, yeah. But I signed up for the 64.
That's terrible.
So he missed out. But yeah, we had... I think we had 11, 12 competitors. I think we brought home 8 medals all up. So,
good,
I did. I went in...
including yourself.
Yeah, I went in gi and no gi. And, got gold in the gi and got bronze in no gi. So, yeah.
How did... I was going to say, what subs? What subs did you get again?
I got a...
Did you get a heel hook?
Yeah, I got a heel hook.
Thank you. So I had in my head, I was like, I remember you getting a cool one.
Yeah, that was heel hook. That was in no-gi. So that was a funny, I went out. I don't think anyone was in the corner at the time. And I just had like a 2-on-1. And then I was thinking, should I just drop down and attack his legs? Because this guy was like pretty good at takedowns and stuff. And I couldn't really get him down. He took me down a couple of times in gi because we both of us did gi and no-gi. Yep. Everyone else just did one or the other. So, I was like, I wonder if I should just drop to his legs. And then I think it was like only like 10 seconds, 15 seconds in, and then you walked up. And I was just as I was thinking.
Walk up, I ran over because I was coaching someone
just
else.
Like nonchalant, finally gets there. That's all right. Yeah,
good job, James.
Yeah, he's coming back from getting his hot chips. So I was like, should I go to the ground? And then I just, should I go for his legs? And I just hear Steve behind me go to the ground. And then I went, okay, boom, and then just dropped. So it was like 29-second outside heel hook. Oof. Yeah, and then I got I think it was an armbar and I got like a Kimura from like a mounted triangle set up as well. Nice. So
fun day out. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, so 7 matches I had.
All up? Gi and no gi?
Yeah, all up, 7 matches.
That's good. And then I was going to say, how many, did you do many, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Did many of them go the distance?
I think only 2. Yeah, out of 7, only 2.
How was the gas and stuff like that for the 7?
That was all right. It was more like it was hard to go from finishing gi and like getting gold and then knowing you're like done there and they're waiting because I was meant to be competing in both at the same time. So then they had to hold the division for me to finish in the gi. It was hard to like just go from there. You've won, you've got gold, then go over here and then sort of like start back up again.
What did you do to obviously like your adrenaline's pretty high. You've obviously like exerted some energy. What do you do in between? Or how much time did you have? Did you just settle or did you just go straight into it?
Straight over, yeah.
Yeah. That's almost like...
Because you had the one in... Was it gi first or no gi?
Gi first, yeah.
The one gi, and then they're like shouting him for the no gi.
While I'm competing.
He goes, I've just finished the gi. I haven't finished the gi.
I actually remember because I remember they called your name and I went over and I was like, he's literally competing. Yeah. And then... What you call it? I was saying, so when you went you finished gi first and then you went into the no gi.
Yeah.
How did you find even like just a change from being in gi to no gi?
Yeah, so it was like, it was definitely different. Like you're trying to, it's like you got all this pressure on yourself, like over here competing in the gi and then that all gets done and then you get gold. You're almost like relief, like, I won that, cool. And then you're like, now these guys are just sitting here waiting for me. Yeah, haven't competed yet, apart from one guy.
That was my second question.
Yeah,
doesn't that take the pressure off a little bit? Like, doesn't really matter how I do now. I've done pretty good getting the gold and
kind of like both. I found in my head, I try to go, right, this is just like bonus rounds now. Oh, let's just go over here and just do whatever. So I found in one sense that was good. I felt like I was moving better, a bit like freer, flowing, in no gi once I went over there. I feel like I was definitely moving better there than I actually was in gi, but also found it hard to just like really switch on as well. Like it was like a little bit like...
Yeah, it would have been fatigued as well. Did I catch you saying that like some of the guys hadn't competed? So there was guys that just signed up for the no gi.
Yeah.
And you'd done all the gi. So
Yeah.
And then so you went against guys that were fresh as well.
Yeah, so my first match in no gi, I'd already competed against him in gi, and then there was like another 3 guys in no gi that were only doing no gi. So
Mad.
Yeah.
There was a guy you went against in Nogi. After the match finished, he came over. He goes, "I'm a big fan of your podcast." I was like, "You're one of 5 people." That was cool.
Yeah, that's so good.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah,
Nice.
But yeah, so it was good. I was a bit because I think we've spoken about before. Like usually I'm like cornering, and then trying to like warm up and get ready to compete. And then they're yelling my name, and I'm in the middle of cornering someone, and you know what it's like running around. So obviously this time we had like we had like us 3 coaches, and then also had like Andrew and Dan in there as well. Yeah, so that was good.
A bit of pressure off.
Yeah, that was good. But then I kind of like felt it was a bit sucky as well because I'm like wanting to like corner and watch people's matches, and I just couldn't. Like
That's
a
all I do,
weird
like fighter mindset.
fighter mentality.
Yeah,
That's some. I think we were having a chat about it.
Yeah.
Like literally in the gym, like yesterday, about changing from like coaching hat to like a competitor hat, and I think that's very interesting because it is different. If you're at the comp, you're going from like coaching your athletes, you're being very calm for them, and you're trying to like get them to listen, and you're kind of like you're being that calm atmosphere in their stressful situation. But then you've got your match, like either after that or whatever. Did you go like before most of the guys or after?
I was meant to be early on, and then it's sort of like mine got pushed back. So now I think I only saw a couple of people compete, and then I was competing kind of across because you did gi and no gi as well. It's like covered like quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
So I was across like while Shane was competing, Oscar was competing, like plus you're warming up, you know, like because I like to do it like a decent warm up as well, and like get a bit like tired. So you miss like over the course of like 2-ish, maybe more hours. I'm like, was like, but yeah, usually I'm like. Last time I think I competed, I was like yelling at James Wong, like cornering James Wong while I'm like jumping up and down and taping my fingers at the same time, you know, and they're calling my name. So I was like,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it was, this time was a lot better. Like I had Dan, so Dan was like warming me up. Then I think he like warmed up Shane. So we could like be there, had someone getting people ready. And then plus you had like 1, 2 and Andrew like able to coach. And
it was good. Yeah, we had like a couple of us running around, which was really nice.
That was good.
Important.
So a lot better that way, because otherwise it always seems to be like 3 people at once, and you're like, I'm going to run to this one, I'm going to run to that one, and you just want to be on one mat and give all your attention, you know.
Yes, yeah.
It's hard, but it's good. It's good having loads of people compete.
Yeah.
So that was really good result. Ready for Worlds in August.
Oh yeah, bring it on.
Where the world?
I'm calling out
Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm going to call out, I'm going to say it here, right? Live. Are we live?
No,
we're definitely not.
Good try.
Okay, I'm calling out Mighty Mouse. Bring it on.
yeah.
Brown Belt Worlds, let's go.
Yeah. Smash
What do
it.
you reckon? I got a good
Just
chance.
make
no,
sure
wait
it's
a minute.
recorded.
Wait a minute. Do you know what weight he is?
No, no, surely he's like,
Oh, you're going
he's
to give him
probably
the
pretty
absolute. But he fights at flyweight.
Did you see his last match in the absolute against guys
Against
like
the
120
Yeah.
kilos?
Yeah. I'm calling out Mighty Mouse.
Predict
Let's
the
go.
finish. Go.
Flying armbar from me. Never done one in my life, but that's exactly.
yeah.
No,
Come on.
actually, buggy choke.
Buggy shot, yeah.
Because we know you're so good at that. Yeah.
Never done a buggy choke either.
Nice.
So then we had that, and then obviously you've got a match now. You've got something booked in finally.
June.
So from your pro boxing straight over to MMA. What do you think? What are you thinking?
I'm just really, really excited. Hey,
Yeah.
I think even now I have to take a breath and be like, just chill out a little bit. It's been like 2 years since I fought in the Eternal cage, which is just like mad when I say it out loud.
Yeah.
It's like weird for me.
I don't
but
think it was that long.
I know. It was just because I think either they put up a post or I had like a memory and it showed like 2 years ago. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like that was the last time that I fought on Eternal.
That was Brad.
So that was my pro debut. And it's just, because like I remember I had the kind of leg injury after that fight. And that just put me out for a while.
Yeah.
And then the reason we took the boxing was so like we'll get back into competition without getting the leg kind of kicked or anything. The boxing went really, really good. I love that. That was different in itself because preparing for a professional like boxer does it day in, day out. So that was a little bit nerve-wracking. But obviously jumped in, had a really good fight, good experience. And now I'm just buzzing to get back to the MMA scene. I'm not trying to put any like expectations or anything on it. I'm just enjoying the training. Like it's so good to be back to jits, back to MMA, even the new training sessions that we're doing on a Wednesday and stuff. That high level competition, I've really missed that.
Yeah.
And it's just different. Like I obviously love MMA. I do boxing, but like I love MMA as a total sport over just boxing. So getting to use all the tools is just so fun. And then the guy I'm fighting, he looks game, looks strong. And
It looks good. It looks like an all-rounder, like the ones I've seen him fight before. Good striker. Jiu-jitsu seems good. I think it might be a purple in jiu-jitsu as well, so that'd be good match for you.
Yeah.
It looks big as well. It doesn't look small.
Yeah, no, I definitely like it. It really excites me. Like I like the idea of like challenging fights because that's like, I think if you take challenging fights, it'll allow you to really like see where you're at, and that's how, well, at least personally, I know I'll level up or not. Because if it's really, really challenging, you obviously have to overcome it. But if I lose, so what? Back to the drawing board. But if I win, testing that level is really, really sick. And then obviously big plans for the future. Yeah. But we'll just take it one fight at a time. Like
because the featherweight division is insane at the moment. It's like everyone's featherweight. It's like there's so much high talent in featherweight. Yeah, I know. So it's like it's got pros and cons. Like you're not gonna like have to look for a fight very hard.
But I think that's all. Like I'd rather that. Like at the end of the day, if you're gonna fight, like I want to fight the best as well. And that division, I think, is probably one of the I know I'm in that division, so I'm biased, but I think it's one of the top divisions. Like
it is
in Perth anyway, at least like stacked heaps of it.
Well, I think worldwide, like featherweight, lightweight is like a really big pool of people. And then if you think about watching UFC, featherweight, lightweight, I think there's just like lots of people in that division.
Yeah.
As you get higher and higher in the weight, it's not as many. You get lower and lower, it's not as many. Yeah. So yeah, that's a challenging one.
Because they're doing I saw they're doing a Grand Prix for featherweight for Eternal as well. You had to get the belt, and I thought that was so sick as well. Because like obviously I'm not in the mix of that, but
you get a few more fights.
It's so good because this is nice to come off of the injury, introductory back into it on game, and then just kind of like we'll see what happens from there on.
Yeah. But, hopefully get this fight. Hopefully we get one in August as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Before UFC coming over, that'd be brilliant. We've got a busy few weeks ahead.
Definitely.
Massive fights coming up for the next few months, but UFC will be brilliant. If I can get tickets this time, I couldn't get tickets last time.
That was ridiculous last time.
But I think we've got from June 1st. Every weekend, for at least 5 weekends, I've got fights traveling.
Absolutely,
so that's going to be crazy.
That's it. And then we're heading to Thailand.
Oh yeah, we're heading to Thailand. Yeah.
That's probably something good to chat about after the break.
Yeah, I reckon. So have a bit of a break, and then we'll come back in with cheesy bites.
Cheesy bites, yeah.
So who watched the UFC, the last one, UFC 300?
I did. Did you, James?
I watched the Prelims.
The prelims.
You watched it? Okay.
The main card.
I'm not rich like you guys. I can't afford the main card.
Which one was the prelim that you liked the most?
Kayla Harrison.
That was good, wasn't it? Yeah.
I thought the
Absolutely.
prelims were really good.
No, it was good. To be fair, I just ran out of time and I ended up watching just the main card. But did watch the Kayla Harris fight because I want to see how that goes.
Yeah, so Kayla Harrison versus Holly Holm, that was cool. Just because, like, obviously, I'm partial to judo and grappling, so I was interested to see that. I mean, she's
a beast.
She's manhandled her.
She's such a beast.
She just judo throwed her and then basically ground and pound.
She's like her back as well, even when she's like, man, absolute animal. Yeah, the throws are absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I think there was one cool transition though, like very early on in the fight where she threw Holly and then
Holly reversed it.
And I
Yeah,
was like, oh, I really thought that was really interesting. But yeah, she just kind of like grinded it out.
which because I'm pretty sure I'm right here. Okay, I'm only a yellow belt in judo, so don't quote me on this. But in judo, if you throw someone like that and say I land with you, but it's a clean throw and you land with your back on the mat, and even if we keep going, that would be a nip-on. Like that would be called nip-on, I would win. Yeah. So it's like it wouldn't even matter if like you did reverse me off of that.
You still got the point.
Yeah, I would say that would be match over because it was a clean throw, bang. But obviously you don't want to get reversed like that. But a lot of the time, like especially with judo and things like that, sometimes you like get a good throw. Almost. Well, it's just like it's almost like when you hit a real good throw on someone, like you would have felt it, and it's like almost like no one's there. Like you throw them, and it's that perfect timing. Like they're just light as a feather, and you go. And you've just got so much momentum. You like hit the ground, but your momentum like keeps going. And if they like take you with them, you end up like getting reversed. So you have to like really work on like trying to hit and stop. Like, that's happened to me in like a competition when I was a white belt. Like I remember I was white belt and I hit a throw and I like put everything into it, but it just must have been like perfect time. And it felt like I didn't even have anybody. Like I didn't even, and we went and then like hit the ground and he reversed me. Yeah. And then afterwards the ref came up to me. I don't remember who it was, but they come up to me and they were like, man, that was the sickest throw I've like seen, and like whatever. That was so good. Pity you got reversed. And then so you kind of realize like sometimes you just launch.
And you think about this thing,
and then it just gets like reversed on you. But like Holly did reverse at that time, and then she if you notice, Kayla went again, like same throw again in the fight, but made sure that she didn't get reversed. Yeah.
Did you see Cody Garbrandt?
I didn't
fight in the prelims. Did you?
No, I missed that one. I missed that one.
Wasn't it I'm pretty sure it was the first fight.
I missed most of the prelims. I only seen that one and then I watched the main card.
That one was pretty good, like especially just for a first fight to open up, if I'm not mistaken. But then, how did you not watch the main card? Like that was the best bit. Like
I can't afford
Holloway.
Just a poor jiu-jitsu coach. You guys don't understand.
Just laying by his pool.
I'm just a poor jiu-jitsu coach. All right, that's not even my pool. That's photoshopped. If you see that, like that's actually, you know what that is?
You were like, actually,
that's me in the multiverse.
That picture of you napping outside, next to the pool, that's you in bed and the photoshopped you in.
Yeah, just to someone's pool. I don't even know whose backyard that is.
No idea.
No.
But
did you hear about the main event or any of the
So
highlights?
I did. So Yuri, Yuri, that was in the prelims, wasn't it? Yuri versus Rakic.
No, in the prelims.
Yeah, that was.
No, was it?
Yeah.
Nah, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm mistaken.
Robin,
we need to pull
was
it
it
up.
prelims?
Let's pull it up.
Yeah, Yuri versus Rakic. Watch that. That was sick. That was good.
Who did Cody fight, Robin? Figueredo. No?
Figueredo.
Yeah. Who opened the main card?
Come on, young Robin. Too slow. Fired.
Huh?
Bornickel.
Oh, yes.
That was it. Yeah, that was a slow burner, wasn't it? And then Aljamain Sterling, the same. It was like, it wasn't that exciting.
He went against, who was he against?
Cater.
Come on,
Calvin
Robin,
Kattar.
quick.
Yeah, hasn't fought. And
Calvin Kattar.
Yeah, and Calvin Kattar came off like he hadn't fought for a while. Yeah, so it was like Calvin Kattar didn't really like pull the trigger. Bo Nickel didn't really like.
Yeah, I get like wanting to like Aljo going to like what he knows and being safe and all that, but I think like going up a weight
Yeah.
And then it wasn't like super impressive or anything.
But all the other ones were amazing. I mean, I enjoyed the Wei Lee fight. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Except for they like brought her back from the dead, didn't they? Because I've seen like a lot of highlights, and I read like a play-by-play.
it was so weird. It was like towards the end, and then like then she was when you're watching it so much, she was out.
She was
Next
out.
minute, like waking her up and stuff. I'm like, what the hell?
I think there was a bit of controversy on that. Apparently, I like shoved his thumb on the like base of the nose or something.
Oh
just to
yeah,
help, like, open
smelling
it.
salts.
No,
Nah,
it
they
wasn't.
said that, but it wasn't.
because it was just a bit like it was just weird the way he was like, "Do you want me to wake her up?" And they were like, "Yeah."
Who said that?
Like when she went to the corner, she's obviously like nearly
Oh,
out.
the con man,
and she's
yeah.
like, "Come up," and or the
cut man?
that
Yeah.
comes in was like, "Do you want me to wake her up?" And I was like,
Does the-
"What's he gonna do?" And he just like shoved his thumb up her nose, and I'm like, I'm so intrigued as to like what that's doing. The only thing I could think of was like, obviously anything is not illegal. wait, stop laughing. Stop laughing. I was like, maybe just open up the nasal passage, like just.
Yeah,
pushing the
I
septum.
did read something about it.
No,
It's
so
like
I read
some-
into it.
okay.
So you know, like when people rub on your sternum and it causes like so much pain that if you're unconscious, you'll react.
Okay.
So it's like the same thing. Like if you push up into the nose, like
Oh.
it causes so much pain because you got so much nerves in that area
Yeah.
that like it just like wakes you up. Yeah.
Hectic. Okay. Well, that's a lot better than like smelling salts or anything like that.
You think there's something on his finger?
No, I've no idea. It was interesting. She was out, hey,
Yeah,
like,
proper
and then
out.
look, fair play though. Like came back, still managed to fight after that.
And obviously the Max Holloway fight was insane.
That was probably I love that. Hey,
I just couldn't believe it. Like, he obviously put a bit of size on, did it the right way, and then his distance control and everything was just so good. And he was like picking him off, and man, he did a spin back kick caught
that
him
one
in
to the nose that broke his nose. Oh
Well, I think
my
he
gosh.
ducked in there and he hit him in the nose.
Yeah,
Then he took both his eyes out.
yeah, that was a bit. That was a bit unfortunate.
No, but other than that, it was amazing. Then to stand in the middle and just go. Like he must have known that he'd won the fight.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Well, the thing is, like, he won the fight, and then last 10 seconds, he just put it on the line anyway, and just like point.
That's the kind of guy who's like just loves to do
Yeah.
it and just wants to be challenged.
That was so sick. Like, oh man, like couple seconds left. I think I was literally like in front of the TV, like jaw drop, just like not actually
Yeah.
believing that I just saw it. Hey, well, so was everyone.
I
Hey.
sent the video of the people watching in the audience. It was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah. No, that
That's
was
insane.
really, really sick. I'll
Yeah.
do that. in
What
my
else
next
was on
one.
there, Robin?
It was what do you call him? Pereira, where he told her.
Oh,
to
yeah.
step back.
That was good.
Get back,
Like, gets
stay
hit the
back.
nuts and he's like, I'll take care of this. Moving into the house.
So good. Chat about the setup though for it, because like I actually think it's really underrated. Like
Yeah.
the way he sets it up by reaching out with his
Yeah.
lead hand, and he'll get you to pour out.
Pour it, yeah, then
and
come
then
over
his
the top.
his timing is like I think it's really subtle. People don't notice as much. Like his timing on it is so lovely. Like you think he's about to pour and touch, and then he just changes, and that hook
Yeah.
clashes, and like all he needs it to do really is connect. Like I felt a little bit bad for Jamal, like because I don't know. I know he stopped the ref and everything.
But I think like because Pereira's like got such a pedigree of kickboxing, like it's in
Yeah.
the highest level.
Yeah.
And you get someone who's just coming in like who's a good striker in MMA, but
Yeah.
they haven't got that time and the
Yeah.
power. Because I think he hit that power strike thing for the UFC,
And it was harder
and he
than-
beat Ngannou.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He beat
Yeah.
Ngannou's record, so that he hits that hard. So, but by quite a bit, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently it was like, he beat it by a good bit. But you just don't want to get caught with that. It's hard. Like, what do you do against that? Like, because he's such a...
I sit down and attack his legs.
Well, I thought, that's the thing. You don't try and, like, kickbox a kickboxer that's good.
Just pull guard.
Just straight down. Go for that heel hook. A 29
Yeah,
second
29 second heel,
hook.
all done.
Straight
I'm
away.
the world champion
Yeah.
now.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm calling out
Call him
Pereira
out,
as
man.
well, yeah.
Call him
After
out.
Mighty Mouse,
Yeah, Pereira.
keep going. What he's done in the UFC is just nuts.
What do you think? Says he's going to heavyweight next.
Nuts. Just what he's done is just nuts. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
like
he'd
go.
make heavyweight easy.
Just go. Like
easy.
just keep going. Like just
100%.
yeah, he's just killed it, hasn't he? Like in
I
such
don't
a
think
short amount of time.
I don't think anyone's won 3 different weight.
No,
classes.
I think he would be the first triple champ.
Oh, the other thing
is
that popped in my
amazing.
head there was like Triple C, but that's from the Olympics. Isn't it?
No, Triple C's Henry Cejudo. Yeah, because he's got the.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
I know who Henry Cejudo
Yeah.
is. Thank
Yeah.
you. I was saying,
I just like
yeah.
yeah.
That-
So he would call him.
I used to be a wrestler.
He called himself Triple C. Yeah.
Oh, that's who it is. Yeah, no, cool.
Yeah, not triple champ in the UFC.
Okay, I'm
yeah.
with you. Okay.
It was the wrestler Triple H.
Triple H. Speaking of wrestler, Michael Chandler,
Yes.
Conor McGregor confirmed for was it 302?
Yeah.
Or something like that. What do you think about that?
I'm just, I'm not as excited yet because
really?
I feel like it's just not going to go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This keeps getting cancelled all the time, but
Yeah.
hopefully it does. It'll be exciting once it comes around. But until then, I'm like, I keep getting let down.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be cool though. Like, obviously entertaining and everything.
Who do you think will win, Kev?
It just depends. Like, I think like Connor, like OG style, like actually into his training, like doing it properly, is like such an amazing fighter. But I think like even his fighting style a while back was like it's just so much different to now. He's gone a lot more boxing orientated, and I think like a lot of the bigger fights, obviously he wants like a knockout or something. I think his style's changed a lot. So like when he's had really big fights and it's like a lot of the like extra stuff and the entertainment and the mouthing off is just such a big thing, and then he's like let down in the performance. So I don't like that. But when he switched on, like I think he's such an amazing fighter.
Oh, when he first came around, it was amazing.
Like he
so
just
good.
tee people. Like little things I like about his style, like his distance management and stuff. Like, and he's a sniper with his shots. But I think just when he's been in the really big like amped up fights, and he's come out, like I feel like he hasn't fought like he used to before. Even when he did his leg against Dustin, like that fight was completely different. The first one, he was throwing heaps of kicks.
Yeah.
It was a very different style of fight. And then this one, or that previous one, was like real boxing orientated. And then, it just wasn't as good, I don't think. So if he does come back, he's obviously been bulking for the movies and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'd love to just see him like come back into it and just like.
Because you were saying that his acting is just amazing. You were saying.
Who said that?
You said.
Me.
That's what you said.
His acting. No, I never said that.
Have you
said Oscar
have
now.
you
His acting
did you
is
watch
as
it?
good
I
as
watched
your
it.
fighting,
Oh,
Steve.
you guys are just loaded, eh? He's
Did
like
you not see
Roadhouse?
Amazon pay
You haven't seen Rob
per views. Nah.
Don't bother.
It's quite.
Have you
funny.
seen the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the
one?
first
I
one.
haven't seen the first one either.
Pulls his throat out.
You ever seen a
haven't
movie before?
I've just started watching. Well, like we
Haven't-
spoke, I've just started watching scary movies, and they're good.
You've
I
seen
like them.
Avatar though.
Yeah, I've seen
I've seen
Avatar.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
Seen
So you
Avatar.
base your life around.
Everything I do is just think about Avatar.
Was there any other good fights from the UFC 300? I'm trying to think.
Jury.
Jury. Oh yeah, he was losing. I felt the other guy was doing really, really good.
Didn't I already cover this?
We were saying you. I think you said it was in the prelims, which it was. It was in the prelims. But chatting about the fight itself, though, he was like.
So yeah, I did. So I did cover it.
We didn't really
What-
talk about
It was
the fight.
against
We said
Racket.
it's in
What
the
did you think? What did you think
It
of
was-
the
it
performance?
was
Who won
Yuri
the fight?
versus Racket,
Who won the
wasn't
fight?
it? Yuri won.
How?
He dropped him, didn't he, at the end? TK. I can't remember.
No, it was good. I think like they're having a
he
pretty
was losing
technical
the fight.
and he was
Yeah.
losing, and then he just did the whole like, well, stuff it. Like I'm just gonna go like a little bit crazy, and like look, fair play to him. He managed to catch him and then got a finish from it.
I did see that one as well, actually. I remember now.
Yeah.
You got to watch my MMA, mate. Just
Yeah.
go back and watch
I've
all-
watched
just
the prelims.
Just go back and watch all the prelims from all the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, well, I do have UFC Fight Pass. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
You just don't pay the pay per view.
I just go back and watch Hoist Gracie and the Gi beat everyone. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, who do you reckon's going to be in Perth?
I have no idea.
No idea. Don't think Izzy's going to be against Duplessis.
Duplessis.
Do you want to
That's
say
what
that
I
name
reckon.
again? Try that
Yeah.
again. What's his name?
Was it Duplessis?
Duplessis. You're like you're afraid to say it.
I'm not
Sounds like
sure.
Duplessis,
Duplessis.
mate.
Duplessis.
Drickus Duplessis.
Yeah.
I thought it's Duplessis.
Or DD,
Duplessis.
DDP.
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 That's not how you say
Yeah,
that.
just call him
Who do
DDP.
you think wins that fight?
Oh, you went on who to win?
All the way. Yeah.
I don't know, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Get out.
South African
I'm
boys.
going to tell you what all MMA commentators say. They go, depends which version we get.
Yeah.
It's like the worst thing is that someone asks you, who's going to win this? Depends on the version.
Yeah.
Depends on the mindset.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah,
I know.
that's every sport.
That's 100%. I think I just really want to see the fight though, because if it does plan out like obviously I want Drickus to win.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. What? Drickus Duplessis. I'd love to see him. Obviously, I would like to see him win. But even Izzy, like, if they do fight, how he deals with it, like, because he's obviously a counter striker.
Yes.
But what I love about Drickus is like, even though it can be a little bit sloppy, like he comes to fight, like he goes for it. And I think like that would be really, really cool to see him do that with Izzy. And if Izzy, because Izzy like has made it seem like he'll be too easy to dismantle.
Yeah.
But like I think he's like completely underrating him. Like, I definitely think he's got more than
Yeah,
that.
when I seen him watch, yeah, exactly as I'm saying. When I saw watching Whitaker, I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's as good as he makes out. I mean, it doesn't. If you watch something, if you watch them both,
yeah,
you'd much prefer to watch Izzy's style,
yeah,
than
Trickers.
DDP.
Than DDP, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he's obviously effective.
Yeah,
100%.
Like when he fought with it, like that for me was like that was the telltale when he fought with Whitaker, because Whitaker's obviously like bang on, like really good movement, hard to hit. Like he's got cheeky shots as well.
Yeah.
I think he caught him the jab.
Yeah,
jabbed him and like wobbled him, and I was just like, that's insane.
he looks like a different weight class. When I seen him in there, I'm like, he's massive.
Yeah,
He's so big.
Yeah, nuts. That'd be cool.
His shoulders like boulders.
Shoulders like boulders.
So yeah, so I wonder who else. I mean, hopefully get tickets for it. Then probably they'll have Perth boys as well. I mean, depending on what happens, is it this weekend the flyweight title?
I don't know.
I
I don't know if that's this
think
weekend.
it's this weekend. The next
Is it?
weekend. I think so. So we'll see
Need
what
to
happens
watch
on
out.
that one. And then the Jack Della probably fight if his arm's better. And then see who they bring over. It'll be cool.
Yeah,
Cool
yeah. I'm
anyway.
excited for Steven's fight.
Yeah.
Usyk fight.
Yeah, it'll be good.
That's awesome. Wicked knockout off his last one
Yeah.
as well. So clean. Like little like I was like jab high,
Left hook.
cross to the. I was talking through the setup.
Oh, sorry, go on.
So yeah, no, I was like jab high.
Left hook.
Yeah, that's exactly it. No, it's cross body,
Yeah.
and then he came up with a left hook. So he got the hands to drop. It was lovely. It was really, really nice.
Yeah, it was
really,
nice.
really clean. What else we got coming up?
Got heaps of fights coming up. So we've got like heaps on. So we've got Shea fighting in Albany.
Yeah.
In the beginning of June. Then we have, I think, 4 or 5 on Eternal.
So the first Eternal that you're talking about there with the 4 or 5 on, is that in Perth?
Yeah.
That's the one
And
that's for
that's
the
in-
UFC.
No.
What is it?
8th of June.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
this
one
is
you're
what this is what's like confusing me.
Sorry, the one. There's
There's
one
one in
after
June,
that.
there's one in August.
So-
It's
yeah.
quite close together
Yeah.
in Perth.
Yeah.
So they've like
Because
put
usually
two,
they go June and then October, I think.
Yeah, so that's
it's usually
what's-
around Halloween. But they got June and then August. So I
Right.
don't know if they're going to do another one after that.
but and there's also one on the Gold Coast in there somewhere.
So there's I'm going to got Albany and then they got Perth and then I'm over in the Gold Coast and then maybe Adelaide after that.
Adelaide.
For Eternal.
There's another one which I'm working on at the moment,
That's Eternal.
but I can't say that one. Eh?
Is that Eternal?
No.
Adelaide.
No.
I can't say it.
No.
Oh, you can't say.
You
And
said
then
like 3 times. Yeah.
and then Eternal before UFC in August. We got no one.
It'd be the day before.
We got no one match for that.
Hopefully we'll get people match.
Yeah, but
they
no
haven't
one at
asked
the
for anyone
moment.
yet. Yeah. So yeah, and you've got your other half on the Eternal
The
fight.
Eternal card. That would be cool. I don't think we been on, or other than Gamma, we haven't been on the same card before.
What do you reckon it's gonna be like weight cutting together week before?
We've actually caught weight before, but we didn't end up competing. Do you remember Battlegrounds? Do you remember when?
You pretend to have COVID.
Yeah, I pretended. Yeah, I got COVID the day. I think it was the day before the weigh-ins or something like that, and then tried my best to stay away like from Ren because Ren was competing as well, and then she made it to like weigh-in day, but then it was like on weigh-in day like she was like struggling as well. She ended up getting COVID, but so cutting weight before together before. Not bad. Like you kind of like it's helpful when you're eating the same stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're there with your like bland food and your chicken and whatever, and then they're just like absolutely indulging in something next to you.
Yeah.
So it's good from that point of view, but you've got no patience for each other at all. As in like we're very narky with each other. We got to try to remind to be like nice and everything. We're not fight week, like cutting weight and everything. It's okay.
Well, I think if one's cutting weight, the other one can be like a bit more step back and go, he's cutting weight.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give him some leeway.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah,
both doing it, it's
Nah,
like,
it's just like get under each other's skin and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, you both know you're cutting weight. You both know it's because you're
Yeah.
fighting and everything. So there is like a little bit of grace there, but it's
Yeah.
pretty much just kind of funny more than anything else. But there's such a demeanor change as soon as you make weight. And
Yeah.
you're eating stuff. Like we end up like as soon as you have your first couple of meals or liquids and everything, rehydrating, you get that little like calorie buzz
Yeah.
again, I reckon. And then once you're doing that, you're just like in such a good mood. You're being nice to everyone. Anything that we've said to each other, we're like, oh, I'm so sorry I said that thing. Like, do you know what I mean? It's all good.
The amount of bloody weigh-ins I've been to in the car, just travelling down. What was it? How many miles I've done in fucking weigh-ins in my life?
Yeah.
But you're driving down and just like trying to make conversation.
Yeah.
And just to keep the mind off stuff, and they're just like
No one wants to talk.
one word like nah, yeah. And it's like understandable because I would be the same.
Yeah.
And then when you come back, you're driving back from the weigh-ins, and was like,
Yeah, it's
like
literally
talking
it.
all happy as Larry, having drinks and food and stuff. But yeah, it's a weird little thing for fighting.
You've also got Moses's
Yes, I missed out Hex.
pro debut.
Yeah, so we got.
Don't worry, Moses. I got
Sorry,
you.
mate.
Shout out, Moses.
I don't miss one. I got like
The Killmonger.
5 in a row. So yeah, so it's Eternal, then it's Hex, then it's Eternal, and then another one.
That you
Can't say
speak of.
that's bare knuckle.
Bare Knuckle.
Bare knuckle
I'll
underground.
put you down for it.
I would love that.
Yeah, Bare Knuckle.
Just give me a good
You
paycheck.
wouldn't even do Combat Sambo.
Good page. You told me not to do combat sambo. Did you hear about this? I got offered a combat sambo title fight in Russia.
See, he beat the guy. You know the guy who broke his bloody rib when he beat him.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Kev. Yeah. What?
No, that was the fine. No, the guy I beat in the semi-finals.
No, that was our guy.
What do you mean?
In the semis.
I beat the guy in the semis.
Yes.
His coach is the one that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So why are you chatting about the guy that broke my rib?
Because that was the guy.
That what?
It was his coach.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, no.
Anyway, let me
Okay,
finish my story.
Sorry, I'm with you.
So so says to him and is like, oh, couldn't speak very good English, and he's like, go on. He goes, oh, because the guy he beat was like, I think he had like 16 pro fights, and he was ranked in the top 10 in Russia, or whatever, and he'd had like 200 sambo fights or something. And he's like, oh, your fighter, he pro fighter, and I'm like.
That's a good Russian accent. That is spot on.
Is it spot on? Yeah,
That is spot on.
And I was like, oh no, he's just amateur. And he's like, good amateur. and then next day he offered it. He goes, oh, does he want to come and do like combat sambo? I said, oh, he's never done combat sambo. He goes, oh, good money. And I was like, we didn't end up doing it, but
yeah, that would have been nuts, because I think I looked it up and it was like headbutts and everything, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, there's headbutts. Yeah,
it's like going over to different territory. I was like, someone else's backyard, and then like, oh, you're gonna fight our homeboy who's the champ. Like, I was like, well, I don't know about
Beat him, and then you got to try and get out of there.
No, but you say that. You say beat him. No, but I wasn't worried about like beating him. I wasn't worried about going in there and like getting headbutting or just like absolutely messed up and then just leaving. Like,
you said you want to do bare knuckle,
but that's different though, because like I feel like bare knuckle like. Different to
because of the size of the fist.
Actually, I haven't thought about that. Yeah, I don't know why. When I was thinking about sambo, I just like I don't fully understand it. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, am I allowed to headbutt?
I feel bare knuckle is worse.
Really? I feel like in my head, but it's just punching.
You're gonna get cut up to death.
But it's like, the dog in you, like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you got it, I'll do it once.
Bare knuckles coming to us.
He's got it in his.
I know Connie wants to do it.
Yeah, man. See, I'm telling, like, I reckon one time, give it a go, bare knuckle, just like, and then.
I think it have to be towards
the end of your career,
because then you get cut up and then places sliced.
Yeah,
he's got it in his blood. The fighting Irish, like the travellers,
Are you deliberately trying to upset me right now?
What?
Are you deliberately trying to upset me right now?
Are you Irish?
No, I'm South African.
He's joking.
No, you're not.
How long have you known him for?
What, are you?
I'm born in KwaZulu-Natal.
Are you joking me? Is he tricking me right now?
Both my parents are South African. Both my parents are South African. I'll give you the upbringing. So a lot of people don't know. Born in South Africa, right? Raised in Ireland, and I've been here for like the past 5 6 years.
You've still got When did you go to Ireland then?
Oh, when I was young, I was like 1 year old. However, but that's like not like household culture or anything like that. Like my family's not Irish or anything.
So no genetics.
No.
So what flag do you put on for fighting?
So it's changed. It's been South Africa and it's been the Irish flag.
Right.
I've swapped both of them because like
when
I had the South African flag, the commentator decided to say that Kevin's come over all the way from South Africa, like on work experience or something like that. And I was like, that is the biggest lie ever. Like I'm not like here like just for a holiday or something, on work experience, like having a fight. So I changed it to the Ireland flag. So now they like know, okay, like that makes a bit more sense. But I don't know. South African, Irish, Australian.
When you become a citizen, you get the Australian flag.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's weird. I don't really know where I would represent. Like, does that mean like a little bit everywhere? Like, I represent Australia. I represent Australia for Gamma.
You sound Irish, obviously.
I do sound Irish, but it has changed as well. When I first came over, it was very different. I've still got some old videos of me coaching in the gym, and I sound way worse when I first came over compared to now. I still sound Irish, but I remember you couldn't understand me when I first came. I would teach a class, and I'd explain technique for like 5-10 minutes, and then people would just be like looking around like this, not knowing what I was saying.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. Just got a few questions to answer before we come back. So we'll see you soon. We're back. Yeah,
Sorry.
we're back.
Don't interrupt,
All
James.
right. I know. So we got a few questions just to take us out. Robin's going to go through the questions for us. So we always put it out to our fans.
Our followers.
All the followers that we've got. I think we're up to about, how many now? 50,000?
At least 2, I think.
50,000.
I think so. I don't know. If people keep stopping me. Someone in the shop today said they listened to the podcast. In the shop, random.
I stopped,
He knew I was from the gym because he said the thing.
I feel like he's
And he
lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Yeah.
I'm not lying.
Yeah.
And he went,
What'd he say?
He just went, I like your podcast.
What did he look like?
Hey? No, it was a young lad. He was like, it was like 19 or something. Anyway,
the truth.
I'm telling you the truth. Continue. Let's go.
Okay, good. What did he say about the podcast? Do you like it?
He said it was brilliant except for the Irish guy.
The Irish guy.
He's not Irish. See? Tell him, get it right. If he's gonna say
South
that.
African Irish guy. Yeah.
Oh, we
yeah,
just
that's
learned
right.
that
Yeah.
history lesson.
Yeah.
Question 1.
How do you stay fresh in coaching?
How do you stay fresh? So we got at the gym. We got 2 showers.
So I was thinking like good aftershave, maybe like deodorant.
I'd showered
Thing you said.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times a day.
No, as in like fresh, like
Yeah,
material.
we know what it is. Yeah.
I swim in my pool.
Good work. You didn't have a pool, did you? Yeah, just I don't know, just always constantly trying to study. Like you always watching the prelims and things like that.
I'm always studying jiu-jitsu.
Always studying, always training. I like to travel a lot for myself, and train in all different places around the world, and that's what I really like. Enjoy doing that.
How do you know what you learn? So if you like train around the world and like someone else like, oh, like try this or do this when you see a new technique.
Yes.
How do you go like whether you adopt that or not? You're like, oh, there's something I'm going to teach in the gym, or like,
I go, does it work? Well, I think I've got like a pretty good idea what works and what doesn't.
yeah,
I've got a good
bullshito.
yeah. So if someone shows me something, I'm like, oh. So occasionally I'm caught. I'm like, don't think it's gonna work, and then I do it, and I'm like, oh, it works really well.
Yeah,
you know. So, but I think you got a good idea, and you start seeing what would work for me. I'll possibly like say like, that wouldn't work for me, but it might work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, 'cause different body sizes and things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward because we're going to Thailand soon, so get back over there, and then a bit of traveling in the UK soon, in America to get some more stuff.
Have you got any examples of like fresh material or whatever, or fresh techniques that you've like remembered that you picked up from different parts?
I write it all down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've got like I will.
You got a book?
I used to have a book.
A fight book?
I used to have a book, right? This is how I did it. This is how long ago it was. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a fair few years. But I used to have a book, and I would write down each of the techniques, how I would remember it, and do stick figures. The worst. So when you're doing jiu-jitsu, it's not that easy.
I can't believe anything
honestly,
says that.
I'll grab you the book. I'll find it out.
That is brilliant,
I've got heaps of books like that, like little A4 ones.
He's trying to
And
explain
yeah, I'm trying to do stuff like from guard. I'm drawing like stick figures, but it's how I
Way too much time on
if
your
you
hands.
no because I don't want to forget
this
it.
book.
This is before we had mobile phones, but yet when you like when you look back at it, I can actually understand it because the way I've written it. If you read it, you guys would not understand
what
it. But
is
like,
going on, yeah.
da-da-da. But anyway, I do it that way, and then I start doing like using it on my phone with a dictaphone. Like I'll be like going, you put your left hand here, da-da-da, and I would talk about it, and I would remember it when I listened to it. I could
Did you
visualize
say a
it.
dictaphone?
What did I say? Is that right? Isn't it?
What's a dictaphone?
It's like a voice, like memo type thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I just wasn't sure what you said. I'm just
Anyway,
genuinely
so
asking,
then and then after that, I started videoing most of it. So I find someone like I'd either go to the coach or the trainer. Do you mind if I video this because I can remember it? I'm not going to post it. I just want to remember what I'm doing. And if some coach is a bit funny about it, so then I go, okay, someone in the class, Brian or someone, I'll be like, oh, afterwards, straight away, let's do these on video, and then I'll send you the video so you can have it as well, and then so I can remember it that way.
Cool. And you've still got that book?
That scared the hell out of me, eh?
How about horror
That's a
movies?
gremlin.
Yeah.
We've got a dog trying to escape.
So have you and you keep that book with, or do you?
I've got heaps of files and books in there, yeah.
I've got a maybe a bit more modern. Like I've got like an album on my phone.
Yeah, but I'm saying at the time there was no mobile phones.
Oh,
or
whoa.
like,
Don't need to get upset
I'm just
about it,
saying.
old boy.
I've got
Boomer. Like boomer
I'll
here.
write it down.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like, it's nice
first
having
time I
like a
went-
tactile thing for you to revert back
For
to.
the first time when I
Great.
went abroad for training, I was about 16, 17. And ever since then, I've been going like constantly going abroad training.
Yeah.
So then like I'm 27. So it's like been
How big is the book? It's a big book.
It's multiple volumes.
Anyway, next question. Unless anyone else answer that one, go.
Well, I have a question actually.
Yeah.
What things have you noticed that are different in different countries? Like when it comes to martial arts, like is there anything in particular? Like where you go back to a certain place because that's how they do things. Or?
I think so if you go on like even in Perth, each gym is going to train a little bit differently, but the ethos of most of the good gyms is pretty much the same. But if you go to different countries, there's different styles of how to train, how to do it, different cultures in there of how hard the training or how easy the training. So say take kickboxing for instance. You go to Thailand, majority of it, the sparring is very light contact. Yeah. It's very fun and playful, having fun with it when they're doing it, and they learn really good that way. And then when you go to, say, Holland, which I've been a number of times as well to train, it's very hard training. Yeah. Like, I've been to gyms over there where I've seen people get knocked.
I've heard some stories,
We were sparring, and again, like, I hold my own because I've done it for, like, a number of years, but we're sparring, and I've seen someone get knocked out, pretty rocked pretty bad, and then go, okay, you got to get back in again, and then spar on like that. And I was like, it's like really hard going, and the style of kickboxing is very, very different as well. So as an example, that and I'm sure it's the same for different styles of jiu-jitsu or different styles anywhere you go. It's just like, how's the culture, how's the level, how's the hardness of training, how are people training in that society and stuff, you know. That it's very interesting. That's why I like traveling. And if I go to a certain place and I don't really like the way they train, then I often don't go back there. But I've been back to Holland heaps, Thailand. There's a good place in America, obviously. I've been training over there. In Europe, I mean, you go back to one of the gyms in the UK, which is in the hometown I used to live in. That's just really good high level guys. It's like really good jiu-jitsu there. So you'd be surprised some places you visit and go to.
Yeah, some are quite similar, and then some are like actually like so like poles apart. Like, I think I've only really had experience like Ireland over here. When we went to Thailand for the Gamma, that was the first time, because we stayed there afterwards. Like, managed to train, hadn't been to Thailand before, so I got that opportunity to train, and then just a little bit in like New Zealand at like Quaid's gym. And I think like between like Perth, like New Zealand even, they're pretty close. Ireland was probably the second closest to the kind of way we train, but very, very different. I don't know if it's the cold, but I almost like just like rug up, hoodies on, go hard. Like, I'm not saying like ego or anything, but I definitely think like the lads that I at least trained with back there were like very much like very typical, just want to get fights and things like that. Wasn't as laid back. But then Thailand was really, really interesting. It was like, because it's just every single day. Yeah. That's the lifestyle. It's very cool.
I don't think you can see the fight so much, and I don't think you can maintain that. Yeah. But even like say in the UK or like places in Europe, the style of Thai boxing for me, it was like back in the day when I was over there, it was like a lot really hand heavy. Yeah. There's a lot of boxing involved in it. It was more than say in Thailand, where it was like really kick heavy. Obviously everyone does everything, but you'd find that the fights would be very different in that way as well.
Got another question?
Yeah, someone wants you to talk about the growth in diversity in the sport and in the gym as well.
Fantastic. We've got like South African people in the gym, which is amazing. people thought they're Irish, but they're actually South African. So that's good. Like, diversity.
How am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know? It's got an Irish accent, has an Irish flag when he fights. So
How long have you known me, mate? No, I've had a South African flag.
How about you ask
Wow.
questions now and again? Ask your friend a question, you know?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Sorry, Kev. I'm
It's all
sorry.
good. It's all good.
And he hates Deanne Wood, so how am I supposed to know? I thought,
No. The question again, the diversity of...
Yeah.
Just the growth of diversity in the gym. So like,
Yeah,
in the sport?
and in the sport.
I mean, when I first came over from the UK, I was obviously at the gym at Mach 1, and it was like, I just thought it was super diverse then. Like, as in, like, we'd go there and train, often go out, like, maybe grab something to eat afterwards, and there's me from the UK, lad's Russian, he's South African, and it was like the end, there was no one from Australia.
Yeah.
And then, I think it's diverse anyway, but I have seen a massive increase in diversity, and even in the gym now, like just from all different backgrounds, and it's like really cool. I love it.
I definitely agree. The like scale of people that I remember were training when I was in Ireland, compared to like the vast amount of like different people that train in our gym right now, even today, like moms, dads, like young, youthful athletes, even the amount of girls training, but from a very competitive point of view as well, like very, very different. I remember it was very typical who would kind of be training like back in my old gym, SBG in Ireland. But literally, same. When I came over here, I was like, oh my gosh, you just never really know who you're going to meet like in the gym. But I think that's so cool. Like everyone's obviously in a different walk of life, but like all kind of in for the same thing. Like it's really cool. It's really cool.
As a sport, it's like seriously has to be one of the most diverse sports out there, and which is, it seems so crazy that a cage fighting is this like wholly inclusive for everybody sport. Like that's the thing. It's like, you know, cage fighting was banned here only a few years back. You couldn't UFC couldn't come here because we weren't allowed to have cages for the MMA. But to think like, it was looked down upon as like, barbaric, but yet it's so inclusive for like everybody to like train and fight and do this sport. Whereas like a lot of other sports, they're not like that at all. Yeah, I always find that like super interesting and like cool as well. You know?
Never thought about that before, but
Well, I guess some people come in the gym, and sometimes I'm just thinking to myself, like they're coming in, we want to learn how to fight or want to learn how to do this, and I'm thinking, I wouldn't imagine some like just that personality that you'd want to do this. But again, like I was the same. Like I was very laid back since I was a kid, but I always wanted to do martial arts. For some reason, I was really into martial arts and really wanted. That's all I can think about doing. So why wouldn't anyone else be like that as well? You know what I mean?
Do you think there's something like about the sport as well that like just draws people in from like all different walks of life as opposed to like another sport?
Just that you really hurt people. No,
I was thinking like the amount that you get out of it is like extreme. I think if you open yourself up to it, like not coming in with like preconceived ideas of what it's going to be like same as anything really, if you open yourself up to it and you experience it, I think there's so much to get out of it that it's just a no-brainer why people stick around, whether it's like even just fitness or I never want to fight. How fun is it? Well, obviously I'm biased. Hitting pads or learning technique, striking is never really like a boring time and you're getting a workout the entire time. Lifting weights for me gets so boring and I'm just changing the way I don't know, it's just not as
I think it's only
stimulating.
so like
The environment, the people.
You're always learning. I'm always learning all the time. But like, you just get someone comes in who's been doing it for 4 weeks, and the excitement of them training. I was like, how's the training going? And they go, oh, it's amazing. I was on YouTube last night and I was watching this and I was watching that. And he goes, I can't get enough of it. Like that's all I can do now. And then it's so addictive, especially like jiu-jitsu or stuff like that, where it's just like ever evolving as well. That it's pretty cool. You see just people's personalities change as well.
Yeah. I love when I see as a coach people come in that maybe a little bit more like shy, not as outgoing, or have very I don't want to say like low like self-esteem or belief, but just like doing like a front tumble or doing something that, like a little bit out of their comfort zone.
It's like James.
It's like Oh, stop, we're talking about you, hey. But then, yeah, give them like a week or two of doing it, and next thing, like, you see them starting to like approach those challenges a lot faster than previously. They're like a lot more confident in themselves. I love that side of things as well. So I think, like, even just from a day to day, like how you conduct yourself and like how you think, I think it's such a good sport to do. It's very, you can't have an ego in it, really. It's like really helpful in the gym going around when you learn all those things.
No, because you do occasionally, majority of people come through, just the best people ever, and then you get some of them coming in and just have a bit of an attitude about them and a little bit like up themselves, and then especially like someone like they go out to do like a rolling round, and this little guy or one of the girls, like the smaller ones, are just like dominating them, and they just the shock on the face is like, what the hell just happened? Why? Because they think they're really strong, and like what? Why am I just keep getting tapped out constantly? And it's just brings them down, and then it just gives them a new perspective, and it just changes them completely.
Just equals the playing field.
Yeah. It's just changes the personality.
You can learn off everyone.
I think the other reason it's like so popular is because like you can come in and be like, okay, I'm going to be an elite athlete like myself. Or you could be like,
I thought you did the job.
Yeah, you could just come in and like, no, you can come in like, obviously, I'm trying to. I'm still waiting for Kev to sign my water bottle. Like the other day, I was trying to get him to sign my water bottle because I think he's going to go to the UFC. So I just like,
get in there.
Bring it next time.
I'm trying to get in early.
Just get merch.
Yeah. I'm trying to get in early. So like, but you know,
You'll be my jiu-jitsu coach, mate, when I'm in the UFC.
Yeah, see, there you go. But I'm gonna blush. No, but like you can come in like someone like Kev, okay, like which we all think like Kev's gonna go to the UFC, right? So like a killer, elite athlete, like a elite martial artist is in the gym. But you can also come in and still do all the same classes, do all the same sport, and be like, I just come here to like get outside of my head twice a week and train martial arts. And you can do that too. That's why it's like so diverse, because you can have that. You don't all have to become, and we're like a professional fight gym, right? But we've kind of found that balance between everything. Like we've got everyone is welcome, and it's like, so you don't have to come in only, I'm only going to go to that gym because I want to go to the UFC. It's like, no. You can come in and like just do jiu-jitsu because it's like good for your mental health, or just hit the bag and like hit pads and you're doing fitness, you're doing it for your mental health, you're doing it for skill acquisition.
Jump in on that as well. One thing like why I love about that is like I might be training for like a fight, okay, and then like someone else might be in the gym and they're just doing it for like a little bit of fitness or mental health, whatever, on a Friday. We both do a boxing class. And then we partner up together, right? I love that because in a fight camp, obviously all the emotions, everything, the stress is all like just full on all the time. That situation, like I have to like pull myself back, maybe slow down a little bit, but like still engaging with someone like that. I end up getting a really good, different type of a training session where I'm actually thinking a lot more, and I'm like, it's almost forcing me to slow things down. And I've learned to be like, man, this is really, really beneficial rather than just going 100 mile an hour all the time. And I've learned to really like that. And I'll have specific sessions like that, which are my lower kind of intensity days. And I do not mind that at all. And then talking about like the diversity of the gym, making friends and like being a coach in the gym, meeting all the people and really getting to have those conversations and know why they're doing it as well is really, really fun. And I've noticed sometimes like those people are almost like, oh, like can't train with you, like you've got like a fight coming up, or I'm like not as good. And it's like that I think is a bad understanding like of like diversity in the gym. I think no, you should be able to train with everyone and be able to learn from everyone. Obviously when you got a fight, amp things up, we'll have actual fighter training sessions, but like you were saying, anyone can come into the gym for any reason, and it's not like you need to find someone in the exact same boat as you to kind of like train with in that sense.
And if you're going for a fight, you can't go balls to the wall every session.
No,
you just break. You know what I mean? So you got to have stuff where you're going to slow down on that certain day or that certain session. This one we're going to go hard in that session. And again, you have to have that mindset where you are learning, you're going to get something from everything. It's very narrow-minded if you think, I'm not going to train with that person for whatever reason. You know? It's crazy.
Any other questions?
Nah, that
that was all the questions we had.
Golden questions. Yeah.
Not bad.
Well, I think that's another one done in the bank. Hopefully, the next one we've got a big celebrity coming on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm back again. Or
it's gonna be. We'll tell you next time.
Hey, tune
All right.
in. Awesome.
See you later.
Cheers, guys.
Right,
Bye-bye.
bye bye.